and welcome to possibly the most exciting day of the year. We are once again headed down to Monaco for TopMarques. As you can see, I've been joined today by Archie Hamilton Racing.
Hello.
The reason he's in my passenger seat is he is banned from driving in France. If you don't subscribe to Archie's channel, you may have missed the fact that he was pulled over by the police a few months ago and his license was taken. So, he's my passenger for today. We've also been joined by Paul Wallace from Supercars of London in his brand new Lamborghini Huracan, and James, MrJWW, in his McLaren 675 LT. I love this day more than I love any other day of the year because it marks what I believe is the true start of our YouTube season. Madness lies ahead of us in Monte Carlo, especially when we meet up with Seb Delaney tomorrow. Now, last year, you may remember, I did a 4-way Q&A during this drive down to Monaco. Today, I'm doing a similar thing. However, we don't have Seb, so it's a 3-way Q&A. And Archie is going to be the grand quizmaster. So I did a post on Instagram asking you guys to submit your questions. Archie's going to be scrolling through them, and we're going to answer as many as we can. So, Paul Wallace, are you there?
I'm here. Radio ready. Over.
I'm here with a mouthful of chocolate. Over.
Good to know you guys are here. Okay, so I'm now going to hand over the walkie-talkie to Archie, which could potentially be the end of this video. But wish us luck. The Q&A commences now.
Right, so I have a question. The first question is going to MrJWW James. I saw this question, but I've just missed who actually made the question, but I thought it was a good one to start. Why do you not own a manual car?
He's going to say he has the S1.
I do own a manual car.
Damn it!
It was bought for my now fiance. But yeah, it's not a car that I use regularly, and I am after another, what I would say, proper manual driver's car.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time, and what car / cars do you hope to have owned by then?
That's a big question.
I'm going to answer this first just because nobody else has.
Okay.
The hardest thing to answer out of all of those, without a doubt, is where I'm going to be in 5 years' time. The cars, I could sit here all day long. But going back to the why don't I own a manual car, I would really like to own a Carrera GT.
That would be part of the plan, I guess, in the next 5 years.
Classic JWW.
Undoubtedly, all of the sort of new supercars which are yet to have launched.
I'll jump in. You know, I own a manual car as well, a little yellow manual car. Hopefully in the next 5 years, I would also like to own a Porsche, maybe a
2004 Boxster. I think that's more realistic for my price tag.
But yeah, I mean, that's an impossible question to answer, I think. Paul, can you offer any insight?
I think where would I like to be in 5 years' time? Seeing as we're basically living the dream, driving 3 outrageous supercars down to the south of France for a 2-week road trip.
Surely the answer is exactly the same place.
Okay, the next question is for Sam. See through glass.
Hello.
Hello, one and all. F430 or Challenge Stradale, which one is more fun to drive?
A standard F430 or a Challenge Stradale?
Oh no, sorry, F40. Damn it,
F40.
F40.
F430 or Stradale?
Sorry,
Okay, F40
Sorry.
or Challenge Stradale.
Sorry.
I wasn't able to really push the F40. It was an amazing opportunity, but it was a very short spurt. The Stradale, I was lucky enough to really go on a proper hoon, and it's my poster car. I know the F40 is a lot of other people's poster car, but it's very rare that I pick any other car over a Challenge Stradale, so the answer is a Challenge Stradale.
There we go.
I'll jump in there and say the price of a Ferrari F40 means that even if you are pushing it, you're probably shitting yourself at the repair bill if something goes wrong. I know the Challenge Stradale is an expensive car, but it's like a quarter of the price.
Unless you're James and you're just splashing out on a Carrera GT.
This is where I would like to be. I didn't say I'm gonna be there.
Okay, this is a question for everyone. What is everyone's biggest car regret?
Not buying a Carrera GT 3 years ago.
Move on, James, move on!
I think my biggest car regret is giving my old Vauxhall Astra to my sister, because then it got written off.
Was it not wrapping your R8 concrete?
That set the trend for Nardo Grey, I'd have you know.
I think my biggest regret was parking the 4C on a T-junction.
Allowing a van to reverse into it at high speed.
Oh, poor 4C. It looked like it was made out of MDF when that van reversed into it.
I'll have you know, it's very high quality paper mache.
Okay, what was your car, well, all of you, your first supercar experience, and how was it?
I'll jump in if no one else is jumping in, and my first supercar experience was a Lamborghini Gallardo. It was a car that I filmed a lot in central London. I just remember the owner pulling over and saying, do I want to jump in? Left-hand drive.
First time I'd ever been in a supercar, and it felt like I was on a roller coaster.
It was a memory I will never forget.
So my first supercar experience, one of my best friends, James, his dad owned an F40, and at the time I had no idea what this thing was, but I remember going out in it and it just completely setting my arse on fire. And it's just amazing to look back now and say that my first supercar experience was an F40, despite the fact that I didn't appreciate it at the time. I remember it being amazing.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember my first experience. Now this is bad because obviously everyone knows how obsessed I am with Ferraris. What came before the 355? Was it the 348?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so yeah, driving a 348 around Goodwood on one of those pay for drive experience. It was like £60 from my aunt.
I think I was about 35 miles an hour. I felt like I was between Leonardo DiCaprio and Wolf of Wall Street. Got out and I was like, hell yeah!
If you had to own a proper manual supercar in your garage, what would it be and why?
Manual 599.
Because I just think it would be mental.
Okay, I am going to say
A manual
LP640.
LP670 SV.
Oh!
640 bit.
I know that the 670 SV in manual existed.
That is a pretty cool choice, actually.
I'm gonna stick with the theme
Carrera GT.
and hark on again about the Carrera GT.
Really said why in their cars, which I noticed was a suffix to the question.
But the reason that I'm sort of harking on about the Carrera GT is that this is a
Car that kind of launched at a similar time to the Enzo, and I just think it's a more sort of pure.
experience. I mean, the car was born out of a V10 powered Le Mans car from Porsche, which I think due to changes in rules and
Oh my
regulations.
God. You know about the Carrera GT?
They were left with this
A Mon car engine, and they thought, what should we do with it? Let's make a road car.
with that thing in it. So you've got this fantastic Le Mans V10, which is one of the best sounding engines ever. And it's in a full like carbon tub, which for its time is quite, it's quite advanced.
And while Ferrari stuck in an early and, in my opinion, quite shoddy
I think James is going to buy a Carrera GT. He knows way too much about it.
Organic manual driver's car. So yeah, that is the car and that is why.
Two questions for you, James. Firstly, are you now officially a Porsche spokesperson? And second, you do realise I am now naming this video MrJWW is buying a Carrera GT.
Question mark?
Don't do that just yet, because the internet will go off on one and I have no plans right now.
Right, let's do final question.
Final question.
Final, you're gonna make it a really good one. You can make it up if you want, but it's got to be a gem, so don't put that pressure on yourself. I can see the panic in your eyes.
It could be really bad.
Announce the fact it's the final question.
This is the final question.
Ba, ba, ba!
Boom, 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 boom,
Ba!
boom,
Final
boom,
question!
Final question!
Final question.
Also, can I apologise because not once has Archie read out the person who has asked these questions. I really am sorry for that.
Oh, sorry.
If you have submitted a question that Archie has read out,
Sorry.
please comment below.
Yeah.
Let us know because he's useless.
Sorry. Okay, I'm just searching. Okay. Okay, this is funny. What did you get in your GCSEs? James, you go first. What were your GCSE results?
So I got mostly C's, true story, and I got D in maths twice.
In GCSEs, I got 2 A's, 4 B's, and 4 C's.
Ooh, he's clever.
Okay, I got 1 A star.
Ooh, someone's doing well.
In German.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You can't speak German.
No, I can't. But my teacher helped me cheat. Legit fact, Mr. Walker, you lad. 7
If you're
A's. 7 A's.
And 2 B's. Swear on my life. 1 A star, 7 A's, 2 B's.
On that very cheery note of how unintelligent we all are, I'm going to wrap things up, okay? Paul and James, thank you very much for your participation. You may now use 3 words to sign off from this video.
Goodbye, one and all.
I'm actually hungry.
It's more than 3, but thank you very much for your participation. Archie, thank you for being quizmaster extraordinaire.
Sorry about not saying the names.
No, yeah, you're useless. You're useless.
Sorry about that,
I'm not
guys.
going to collaborate ever again.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed being able to do it again. Another slightly different take on the drive down. I haven't even finished mine yet. I'm still doing the outro, so it's going to be about 22 minutes. If you So yes, anyway, we're headed to Lake Annecy this evening to stay at the most amazing hotel possible before tomorrow taking some twisty roads down to Monaco. I cannot wait for the rest of the week. Content coming. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you have. Make sure to tell Archie this video.
My YouTube channel in the top line of your description, please.
I need to finish this video. It's so long. Leave me alone. Goodbye before they speak. Goodbye.